If you're looking for an Inteleon battle, this is not the video for you. But if you're looking for a special Salamence putting in some absolute work, then you found the right video. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're going against Milford Meanswell in the OU tier from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles right now. There is a link in the description down below. I've also noticed that only 36% of people watching this video right now are actually subscribed. So even if you think you're subscribed, just double check because you might not be. YouTube kind of does that sometimes and it'll keep recommending the videos to you. It's kind of bizarre, really. But hey, if you're not subscribed in the first place, why not subscribe? It's free. It really helps me out and I really appreciate it. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, Milford Meanswell means business. He's got a Garchomp, an Umbreon, Salamence, a Iron Hands, Grimmsnarl, low kicks, and that's about it. So, pretty powerful looking team. We've got the Inteleon, of course, over here. We've got a pretty solid team that took, like, I've got to be honest with you, I didn't put too much time into this team because I was a bit stressed for time, but I think we match up pretty well. Inteleon could do some good work here with the Salamence, the Garchomp, outspeeding those two and KOing them with Ice Beam. Snipe Shot is going to hurt the low kicks, although I don't think we live a first impression. So I think our best bet is to get the Stealth Rocks up straight away by leading with the Great Tusk. Great Tusk has a pretty good time against their entire team, provided it's not a special Salamence. So I think we're golden to lead with Tuskany. And the battle begins. So Roderick's going to lead off with the Salamence as we led off with the Great Tusk. Obviously, we don't know what kind of set this Salamence is. If we assume it's going to be special based on the fact that it has Intimidate and the fact that it's led off with it, probably expecting the Great Tusk switch, I think it's safe for us to go into the Slowking right now. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I want to scout first. It looks like they haven't switched out, which is good to note, which means they probably are special. So we'll go into Slowking real quick. There we go. Into Slowking real quick as they do go for a Hydro Pump. So there we go. We made the right play. We read the Salamence. We read the Salamence like a book. Slowking obviously eats up everything this thing has to go for. Everything this thing has to go for. So what we'll do now is we could go for a Future Sight if we wanted to, but the Umbreon's a pretty obvious switch here. So I'm going to go for the Chilly Reception, see what they're going to do. They are going to withdraw the Salamence, which is fair enough. What are they going to go into, though? Are they going to go Pimpin, which is going to be the Grimmsnarl? Okay, Grimmsnarl comes in. So this thing's a big threat. It's very tiny as well. Look how small it is compared to Slowking. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious how small it is. The Salamence was pretty small as well, to be fair. Pretty damn small. So anyway, we're going to withdraw Slowking. We'll get the snow up. Not that the snow benefits our team in any way. And I think our best bet is probably going to be King Gambit because we can't get paralyzed by Thunder Wave. And they kind of have to, like... Yeah, I think that's the best bet. I think we go King Gambit here. So we'll go King Gambit real quick. There we go. King Gambit comes on in. They can't Parting Shot. They can't Thunder Wave. All they can do is Light Screen and Reflect if they go for those. So what I might do here is... Could go for a Swords Dance or we could go straight for the Iron Head. They do go straight into the Iron Hands here. So I might make that read and go into the Iron Valiant. I think that might be a good play. At the same time, I'm like, it doesn't really matter if they make the Iron Hands read. I'm just going to go straight for the safe Iron Head, play it safe. They do go for the Reflect, which is great because it means we're going to get some chip damage off on the Grimmsnarl. So that means the first bit of damage that's actually taken during the entire battle is against Grimmsnarl, which is great. They might go for a Light Screen right now. I'm going to go straight for the Iron Head. Just going to go ahead and go for that. Just get some damage off on the Grimmsnarl. Potentially KO it if they decide to go for the Light Screen. But they do decide to withdraw, probably into the Iron Hands, I would say. As in comes the Mikazuchi, which is going to be the Iron Hands. So we go for the Iron Head, get a bit of chip damage off on that thing, if you could even call that chip damage. I wouldn't call it chip damage, but you know, it's whatever. So I think the best play we can go for is Iron Valiant because looking at their team, nothing wants to take a Moonblast on their team. So I'm going to go into the old Iron Valiant over there, anticipating a fighting type move of some kind. There we go, going to withdraw King Gambit, who I didn't nickname for some reason. And we're going to go into Sirknight, the Iron Valiant. So there we go. Pretty down to earth play. They do make the double switch, which is a good play on their behalf. And they're going to go into Ball Breaker, which is going to be the low kick. So the low kick comes in. But luckily, we do resist. We 4 times resist first impression, so we don't have to worry about that. I get to go straight for a Moonblast, no problems there. And I can't really foresee what this low kicks can do to us. So I think we're in a good position. They are going to withdraw. What are they going to go into to take a Moonblast? That's the real question. What can they go into to take a Moonblast? Hot topic. That's going to be the Umbreon, right? Yeah, it's the Umbreon. Special defensive tank that it is. Can it take a choice? No, it can't. It can't take another Moonblast. So the snow is going to stop, which is always nice. Means their non-existent ice type is going to lose its defense boost. We lose nothing from going for this. Let me just double check my... I'm sure Scarf, not Spec. So that's even more impressive damage. So let's go for that Moonblast real quick. They go for a Protect just to get some more leftovers recovery. Makes a lot of sense to me. As the Moonblast is obviously going to fail now, which is absolutely fine by me. I don't mind that at all. Iron Valiant just really runs rampant through this guy's team. Really does run rampant through this guy's team. If I can get rid of the Umbreon, Inteleon's going to have a fun time here. Inteleon's going to have a fun time. So let's go for that Moonblast again. I'm pretty sure it'll take out the Umbreon even after that leftovers recovery twice. I'm pretty sure it'll still take it out. Moonblast comes through. Will it take it out? It does indeed take it out. So Umbreon goes down. There's not really a lot they can do against our Iron Valiant right now. Not gonna lie, they're gonna have to Tera to deal with it. They're gonna have to Tera. So what are they gonna go into to Tera? That's the real question. In comes Salamence. That's definitely gonna Tera into a Tera Fire right now, I can tell. They probably go Tera Fire Blast, or they go Tera Fire Hurricane, or they go Tera Steel. One of the two. I think my best bet is to go Slowking first, and then go for the Chilly Reception, get a free switch on whatever we want with the Inteleon, and go from there. I think that's probably the best play. So we'll go ahead and withdraw Sirknight. There we go. We'll go into our Slow Queen real quick, as they probably do Tera here. They probably do Tera here. If they Tera Fire, that's better, because it means Inteleon can fire off its Snipe Shots freely. So they are going to Tera. What Tera type are they going to go for, though? That's the real question. They go for the Tera Water. Interesting. So Tera Water will obviously make it so that they aren't resistant to the Fairy type Moonblast, but they would be neutral to it. They go for the Hurricane. It's going to do a decent chunk of damage to Slow Queen, but not quite enough. The fact that the Tera Water as well makes them actually one of their only switch-ins to Inteleon, which is great. So we're going to go for another Chilly Reception, get a free switch in there with something else. Hopefully we see a switch here. They do withdraw the Salamence. What are they going to go into, though? That's the real question. Pimpin. Pimpin's going to come in, which is going to be the Grimmsnarl, of course. This gives us a free switch into our King Gambit. So we'll go for the Chilly Reception real quick. There we go. Chilly Reception comes through, makes it snow by telling a really bad joke, and we're going to get on out of there. And with that being said, I think we just go into King Gambit here and just destroy this thing's life. I think that's all we need to do. So we'll go into King Gambit real quick, and we'll make the Iron Head play. If they go into the Reflect's going to wear off, which is great. I think they go straight into Iron Hands here because they don't want to take a hit. So I'm half tempted to go for the Inteleon switch, but at the same time I'm thinking the Iron Valiant switch is better. But they might also anticipate the switch and go for a Thunder Wave, predicting that. I think I might be overthinking it, so I'm going to go for an Iron Head. They go for a Life Screen, so they're trying to protect themselves against the Iron Valiant, which makes a lot of sense. They are going to lose the Grimmsnarl here, but they have protected themselves from the Iron Valiant, which is great for them. So that's pretty awesome for them. I think that was the right play for my opponent to do there. It's going to protect him from the Inteleon and the Iron Valiant a little bit better than they would have done originally. In comes the Garchomp. So Garchomp's a good play. Garchomp's a very good answer to my King Gambit right here. We definitely go straight into Great Tusk here, and I'm probably just going to get the Stealth Rocks up just to help out against the team. So we'll go into Great Tusk. Great Tusk walls Garchomp to oblivion, unless it's Surf Garchomp, which I don't think it will be unless they whip it out now. The Fire Blast, that's going to hurt. It's going to sting a bit. It's stung quite a bit. They got a critical hit, which definitely stung. So now we might lose Great Tusk here. Do I switch out into Inteleon? I think I do. I think I switch out into Inteleon. So we're going to go Inteleon. We'll make the Inteleon play. We'll go into Inteleon real quick. There we go. James Pond's coming in to take the Fire Blast. There we go. Inteleon's in. They go for Draco Meteor. No! We don't live. So Inteleon didn't get to do diddly squat this game, which is really unfortunate. They made the right read there. To be fair, I should have anticipated that. Completely ruined the... you know what? Inteleon's not going in the thumbnail. I was going to put it in the thumbnail and just say, you know, like something like the Inteleon is here. Is it any good? And I think it just answered that question. That wasn't the Inteleon being bad. That was me being bad. So we'll go into the old Sirknight. the Iron Valiant. It's a real shame we couldn't get Inteleon to do something. That is a real shame. So let's go for the Moonblast. Moonblast comes through. Will the Light Screen protect the Garchomp? It does protect the Garchomp, as they're able to go for an EQ right now and do a lot of damage to us. That does a lot of damage to us, unfortunately, as the Iron Valiant is unfortunately going to go down to the first impression from the low kick. So we'll go for another Moonblast. We'll take out this Garchomp, and then they probably just go into low kicks after that to finish us off. They do withdraw the Garchomp. Okay, so they're saving it for later, which makes a lot of sense. It's far more useful to them than the Salamence is, especially if it's a mixed attacking one. Definitely far more useful. They're going to go in and get the Intimidate off on our Iron Valiant, which means nothing, of course. We go for the Moonblast. Does nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, so that's bad. That's real bad right there. So what can we do here? What is the best option for us right now? I would say probably Slowking again. Is definitely our best bet. So we're going to go ahead and do that. They might make the double into low kicks. They could easily pull this battle back. You know, we start off at such a good advantage, but they could easily pull this back. No problems. There we go. Going to withdraw the Iron Valiant into our Slow Queen, the Queen of the Day. They probably drop a Hurricane right now. They go for a Flamethrower, which would have definitely finished off the Iron Valiant. Doesn't do diddly squat to the Slow Queen, of course. As we get a free chilly reception off on whatever they do. We've got to try and keep up momentum if we want to win this battle. So I'm going to go for the chilly reception real quick. They do withdraw the Salamence, as you would expect. They're going to go into the Iron Hands, I would guess, or the low kicks. The Mikazuchi, which is going to be the Iron Hands. So the Iron Hands comes in. We're going to tell a chillingly bad joke. And the only problem we're going to have with this is that the light screen is up still. And, you know, the Iron Valiant is on death's door. So the real question is, what do we do here? We could go into Bandit, of course, and we can go for that Swords Dance, Bitter Blade shenanigans. There's no Stealth Rocks up, so Focus Sash will stay intact, which is great. I'm thinking Ceruledge is the play. So we'll go Bandit. There we go. Bandit comes on in. We go straight for the Swords Dance here. Swords Dance is definitely the play to go for, I think. Swords Dance comes through. They probably go for an EQ here, just to get the damage off on us. I don't think it'll take us down to our Sash, but it should take us down enough. It does take us down to a Sash, which tells me they might be banded. Because normally it doesn't take us down to Sash. Let's just say that. So, are they banded? That's the real question. So, we're going to go ahead and use our Focus Sash up. We get a speed boost from the weak armor, which is great. Their light screen wears off, which is mega. We're going to have to go for a Bitter Blade right now just to get some damage off. Bitter Blade comes through. Can we get the KO? That'd be nice. Not even close. So there we go. We do unfortunately lose Ceruledge here because they're just going to go for an EQ and take us out, as they are popping a berry as well. So they are a fully offensive, more than likely belly drum set, which is great. They go for a Thunder Punch. That's not going to KO. Oh, it is. Never mind, everyone. Anyway, so we lost that, but we're in a good position because we can take this thing out with a Moonblast, no problem. So we're going to go into Sirknight. There we go. We're going to Sirknight. They have no light screen anymore. This should definitely take it out. I'm going to go for the Tera Fairy here because we may as well get the most amount of power we can do. Just in case the Salamence comes in again. And this is basically the only way we can win this. The only way we can win this is with Iron Valiant. So can we pull this back? Their Salamence really threw me off. The Garchomp threw me off as well. I definitely shouldn't have switched Inteleon in there. I should have gone into Slow Queen. Pretty bad play on my part. Inteleon could have done so much more this game. As they lose their Iron Hands, so that's great. So Iron Hands goes down. Now we just have to worry about the low kicks. In comes Salamence. So Salamence comes in. Now, we have the perfect switch into Salamence. That's the real kick in the teeth here. We have the perfect switch into Salamence, which is of course the Slow Queen. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. There's no reason for me to let my Iron Valiant go down here. Iron Valiant Choice Scarf is going to be so useful for taking out the Garchomp and the low kicks after it's used first impression. So we'll go Slow Queen real quick. They do make the double. And they go into low kicks. Ball Breaker. That's the low kick. So low kick comes on in. Nice and shiny. Gotta love it. The snow does stop, but that doesn't really matter. What we're going to do now is we're going to go straight into Great Tusk. Great Tusk is going to be so important for this. So low kicks is definitely winning them the game, potentially. So we got to be careful around it. We're going to go into Great Tusk, take the hit like a champ. They go for a U-turn. We're going to get some nice and powerful Rocky Helmet chip on that, which is going to break a potential Sash. Although I don't think they're Sash. I think they're more than likely Choice Band. They're more than likely Choice Band. So now they get a free switch in with whatever they want. Great Tusk is going to have to go down here. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. So in comes the Salamence. Salamence comes in. In comes the Salamence. We're going to keep the Great Tusk around. We have a switch in being Slowking, so we may as well switch Great Tusk out and go into Slowqueen and then go for another chilly reception, provided they don't predict the switch and go into low kicks right now, because that is the kind of play they seem to be making. So we do withdraw first, which means they haven't withdrawn, which is great. We're going to go into Slowqueen real quick, and as long as they're not like randomly crunch Salamence, they're not the Hydro Pump. They're going to go for a Hydro Pump. There we go. So Hydro Pump comes through. Doesn't do diddly squat to us even with the Tera, because we're a Slowqueen. And we get a free chilly reception off on basically anything we want here. So we've got 2 minutes left of the battle, which is unfortunate. Let's go for that chilly reception real quick, and we'll get on out of here. So they do withdraw the Salamence. What are they going to go into, though? That's the real question. The low kicks, the ball breakers coming in. There we go. The ball breaker comes in. So there we go. They're going to tell a chillingly bad joke, which is always nice. And then we're going to go straight into Great Tusk. And the reason we're going Great Tusk is simple. It's very nice and simple. Nice and simple. So we're going to switch out Slowqueen, of course. We go for a Great Tusk switch. That's pretty much the only thing I can think to do here. Because this thing can get jump kick, so we can't go into our... I'm going to go for a Stealth Rock just on the off chance they don't attack us. I think they do. They go for a Sucker Punch. Interesting. So that's not going to work for them. We're going to get the Stealth Rocks up, which is great. That means it's going to take some crucial damage on the low kicks as it switches in and out. And it also means that we are going to be able to go for a knockoff right now. And knock off this thing's item. That is going to be crucial. So they go for a Sucker Punch. Takes us out. Knockoff would have been crucial, but obviously we're getting taken out by the Sucker Punch, so it doesn't matter. We're going to get some Rocky Helmet Chip, which is always nice. This thing has Tinted Lens, so I believe it takes us out, but we know for a fact that this thing has got to be Choice Banded. It's got to be Choice Banded. It's just got to be. So we'll go into the King Gambit. We'll go into the King Gambit. And we'll go for a Swords Dance. I think that's the play. I think the play is the Swords Dance there. They do withdraw the Ball Breaker, as expected. They go into the Garchomp, which is fair enough. Garchomp comes on in. We go ahead and go for a Swords Dance, which is going to boost our attacks to sky-high levels. So it's really coming down to Pheromons at this point. Who wins this battle? I'll let you guys decide, because I have no idea how this would turn out. There's just no way to know, really. There's just no way to know. So we go for a Sucker Punch. We take out the Garchomp. Clearly an all-out attacking Garchomp. Rough Skin's going to dig into us. And of course they are Life Orb, so no Rocky Helmet damage. Down goes the Garchomp, and it's a nice and powerful victory to us, technically, thanks to the timer. But let's just see how this works out. So let me know in the comments section who you think won this game and how. I need to know. I really need to know. So Ball Breaker comes on in. This thing can go for a jump kick if it really wants to. Get some Stealth Rock damage. I'm pretty sure Sucker Punch will KO from here. So I'm going to go for it. But the time has run out and the battle is over. So yeah, let me know who you think wins this game in the comments section. I'm really curious to know. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.